weren't any good, you know?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happens because these players never have a chance to play against each other.
Well, that's why, Yas% isn't going to, underestimate them because they didn't say anything like that. They pretty much came out and said, we don't know exactly how they're going to play, and that could be a bit of a concern.
All right. So, Ruins of Lordaeron. Now, do you think it's going to play into the strength of having a melee on your team or a mage?
I'd say the mage. The mage is the stronger on Ruins, just simply because of, the Tomb. Being able to Nova someone into Deep Freeze, into Pet Nova, behind Tomb, into Ring, silly little things that can just dominate one side of this match.
All right, so let's watch Poops right out of the gate, straight off the bat, and looks like, oh, he got knocked out right there. He's spell stealing a bunch of stuff right off of his target, and Poops, wow, look at that, already using his Icy Veins and stuff. Knows he has to get that damage out quickly, but look, they're going to be sitting on him pretty extensively from the start, and that's a Necrotic Strike starting. That Desecration is everywhere when you're playing against these Death Knights.
Yep, and he's just kiting another a little bit. There's another using a good focus grip there, getting Snuts into the, getting Toes into the action. Snuts sitting by his pillar now, dotted up a little bit, trying to toss some fears. And I gotta say, Fab's look at the dot uptime here. Fabio doing a better job with damage, but he's caught into a poly, into half, into a 1 second, and then another's deep, and looks like the skill cap's starting something perhaps, but he is getting out now. He's got IVF up, coiled, and there's the Blanket Silence on Glyptic as another is forced out of his own AMC. A little bit out of position there, not able to take advantage, and there's Ring of Frost coming down.
Oh, and he's using, Kite. Man, another is used so much. He is in that ring, but it's going to break through to dot damage. But look at the damage onto another. Glyptic was just in that Ring of Frost, going to have to pick up another. It's going to take him a second, though. Oh, Big Howl hitting all three players. There goes that Tremor Totem.
Yeah, and Toes backing away there. He was in a bad spot, taking some damage from another, but now he's pretty much free and clear. Fabio not harassing too much, getting a Hex out onto Fabio. In fact,
oh, but look at this switch onto Glyptic right now. Look at that damage coming out. This MLS team can switch so quickly. And there's another ring. Another is going to be stuck in that.
Yep, and that was a snap out of Poots. Poots used his cold snap, and I blocked before that, or maybe I missed time. Rig. All right, it's at half health though. You see Toes at half. This is a bad position for Skill Cap because the damage is starting to catch up.
It is. And look, later in the game, you can choose whatever target you want to go on. Look at Pooks. Look at Toes. This is not good for the team of Skill Cap. Pooks getting so low with a fear onto Fabs, trying to stop that damage coming out of him.
Yeah, but they could not get the grip used any earlier. You see, he had to blow Blink just to get grip used, so he get away with the Nova, breaking it, unfortunately. And I see some control trying to come out of Fabio, though he is feared himself for a second. Snuts needing to step it up big time when it comes to peeling for his team and putting out pressure. He's caught into a fear. Another is peeled with a Deep Freeze and MCS overlap.
Yeah, I like to see Poops every single time he knows he can get free, even for a second. He's casting those Frost Bolts. So important to keep another controlled and dump that damage into him. We see the Demon Soul coming out of Fabs right now, but Poops taking still, look at that damage. He hasn't been up to full life in a very long time.
No, he hasn't, but that's what MLS will surprise you. Toes running out of mana as well, but
Death Coil
is also getting a little low. Yep, they just need a few seconds to set up on somebody and spike them to 20.
Oh,
right
look at
now,
that.
MLS
This is how
just
you
too
can
grouped
tell.
up.
This is how you can tell it's bad. When you drop a Spirit Link Totem and nobody's life moves, you're in trouble.
Yep. Oh, Fabio taking a lot of damage there in that Deep Freeze. Wow, down to 30k out of nowhere. Glyptic hexed. Looks like hexed full. Yep, caught into a Nova and an MCOC. Pooks using that positioning to great advantage as Fabio is forced to fall back to Tomb and wait on some heals. Another just out in the middle, doing work, trying to push Pooks back, trying to keep Snuts at bay as he is just running rampant here in the middle. And there's that blanket onto another taking a lot of damage out front into a coil. Ooh, gets a nice trinket there before he passes into the stairs. And I tell you, that saved him about 40k damage.
Oh, and you can see Pooks just dancing back and forth on the stairs right now. Now look at Snuts. Man, down to half right now. This is such an intense match the entire time.
Yeah, honestly, we're not even at the 4-minute mark in this match, but it already feels like one of the longest. We're still 10 out, or 11 out from our new rule.
Snuts is in trouble right now, 40,000 hit points, and his Shaman also is extremely low. No CC onto Toes quite yet, but Fab's feared away. They really need to crowd control as much as they can. Get Toes away from there enough that he can get some mana back.
Yeah, and Glyptic caught into a Deep Freeze here. He's kind of hurting on mana. They could put some pressure on him and maybe kill him. I hear that's a nice Impact Stone coming out, and there's the Blanket Silence. They're going to go hard on him.
Oh, there's a fear onto Poops right now. Poops, wow, so little hit points right there as he goes down.
Yeah, just unable to keep it up there.
Oh, and those are the matches we like to see. It was so back and forth that entire time.
Yep, and we are at the 4-minute, 30-second mark now, just to give you an idea. Well played coming out of Yaz Presents.
And damage everywhere.
Yeah, and this is why I made my 2-1 super close prediction, because the MLS, you see, they had some pretty good burst. They had an opportunity to maybe even kill Fabio with his pet banished. And it just on Ruins, it's tough. It's really, really difficult if you can't control Glyptic properly. And there was just no way for them to do that with the pressure enough.